Hi peeps. I am I probably should have opened the document before I actually started recording, but I want to read you a little portion of my book. I was trying to do it last night, but every time I started reading it, I got interrupted. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, peeps.
Lou wanted to say hello to you. She's taking the dogs down to treadmill them, which means I'll have a little bit of peace and quiet with you guys to
Daisy, come.
read you a portion of my book. The whole reason for me reading you a portion of it is because right now it is free on Amazon. It's free all of today and all of tomorrow. It's been free for a few days. I have literally given away hundreds of copies and sold hundreds more. So, very exciting. Very, very exciting. But it is only free until tomorrow at midnight. And I can't make it free again because I'm part of the exclusive for Kindle program, which enables me to become better promoted because it's just for Kindle. So the fact that I entered that program means that they promote me a little bit more heavily than someone that is spreading their books all over the interwebs. I signed up exclusive with them and they take care of me. Okay. So the portion that I'm going to read to you, the last time I did it, I tried to... Honey. Hear her baby talking to the dogs in the background. The last time I tried to read it, I read way too much of it. It was like 35 minutes worth of... It was just too much. So, excuse me. So now I'm just going to read a smaller portion just to give you an idea of, what the book's like. If you're going to get it, please download it for free. There are also, I'll put in the doobly-doo, there are apps where you can put it on an Android device, Kindle. You can put Kindle, an app, on your desktop. You can put it on your iPad, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. There's a lot of different apps that you can use, so even if you don't have a Kindle, you can definitely still read my book if you want to. And if you do so, it would mean so much to me if you could review it, either on your blog or on your YouTube channel, or tweet about it, put it up on Facebook, or do an Amazon review and tell me how you liked it. As soon as I get ready to start reading, my contacts inevitably get, cloudy. I do not like. Okay, so I'm going to start reading. The voice came like a warm breeze on a cold winter day. Sorry. It made me think back to when I sat on our living room floor and played with my plastic building blocks. When the heat would come on, the warmth would make me look up and smile. I remember thinking that it was like a hug from an invisible person. The voice that I was hearing felt like that. Everything in my awareness came to life. My feet planted themselves on ground, the air around me stirred, and a presence nearby said, "Open your eyes." I did, and what I saw made my jaw drop. I was standing on the bank of a peaceful lake. The air was gently stirring. It was warm enough to be comfortable, but not so warm that it felt stifling. There were beautiful trees, and every few seconds a bird would swoop across the sky, fluttering here and there. The water was blue and beautiful. The slight breeze was forming ripples in the lake that reflected the sunset. I thought how odd it was that the sun was only just setting. It had been the middle of the night just moments ago when I went to sleep. Well, I was assuming that only moments had passed. I turned to my left and was face to face with a man. He was tall, well over 6 feet, as far as I could tell. His hair was short, black, and curly. His eyes were such an odd hazel that they seemed to change as he moved. He had a 5 o'clock shadow gracing his face, and his smile was a confident one. The first thing that he said to me was, "It's a fine situation that you've gotten yourself into." His voice was smooth and exotic in a way. He sounded as if he came from a place or even time that was different from my own. Never had I heard anything quite as beautiful. "What do you mean? Who are you? Where are we? Am I dead?" I had so many questions, and I thought he just might have some answers. He laughed, and the wind picked up as if to caress his voice as it came from his mouth. As soon as he stopped laughing, the wind settled. The odd thing was, it had not been a cold wind. It felt warm and safe. I watched him closely. I am a friend that you have not met yet. I am also a part of your past, present, and future. He had lost me at hello, so I said, I don't understand. Of course you don't. You need guidance. Step forward, my friend. I thought he was asking me to step forward at first, but then I heard a sound behind me and turned to see what was coming from the forest. To my surprise, Princess stepped out from between two massive trees. You know this animal, do you not? He smiled because he already knew the answer. Of course I do. She's my dog. I watched her walk towards us. Her eyes never left my face. He turned to face both of us as Princess reached my side. I am going to open your eyes, and then you shall see all that has been hidden from you. I frowned because that kind of sounded ominous. I wondered if I were going to have to say no to drugs in my dream. Princess bumped my leg with her body, almost as if to say, pay attention. Can you tell me who you are? Wrong voice. Can you tell me who you are? I was not feeling completely happy with the answer that he'd given me a moment before. He smiled. I am a friend that you have not met yet. I am also a part of your past, present, and future. He nodded then as if to welcome my next question. You already said that. Do you have a name? Why wasn't he giving me a simple answer? I have no name to give you. Not yet, at least. You will know my names when you are ready to. He paused. I think it might help you more if we focus on your friend here. He gestured to Princess. She looked at him and then looked at me. I felt the incessant buzzing in my head once more, and it was stronger this time. It made me press my palms to my temples. I was clenching my teeth together with such force that I thought they might break. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and warmth by my side. The buzzing increased to an unbearable pitch. I felt like there was a swarm of bees in my head. Lucas, look at me. I didn't know how he expected me to be able to look at anything. I tried, but I couldn't force my eyes to open. The pressure within my head was forcing tears down my face. Blood was pounding through my temples, and I really felt like I might die if it didn't stop. I just knew that my brain was going to explode. Gentle hands on my shoulders turned me to face the man with no name. Then I felt his hands on my face. They didn't feel calloused or rough. They felt soft, like the hands of an infant. Like the hands of an infant. Yet there was strength and almost a wisdom that radiated from them. I felt the buzzing decrease gradually. It didn't completely fade, but I was able to open my eyes and look at him. There you go. Breathe, my son. Coffee's done. Would you guys like a cup? There you go. Breathe, my son. As he spoke, the warm breeze floated up, and my face, which had been soaked with tears a moment ago, was dry. Princess was leaning into my leg to support me, and the man with no name was holding my head. I felt that if he let go, I might float away into the sky, and even further than that, sailing past the Earth's atmosphere into outer space. He and Princess were all that grounded me, and I was thankful. What's wrong with me? Is my mind broken? I choked back the emotions that threatened to suffocate me. To reach greatness, you must break all of the rules that exist. To become what you are destined to be, you must unlearn all that you now know. It is much to ask, but we must break your mind in a way in order to set you free. His eyes were actually swirling with a mist. I'd always felt that hazel eyes were incredibly reflective, but something from within his eyes was actually lighting them. It was like looking into two very small flames. They didn't frighten me, but I also couldn't look away. There was a feral edge to his gaze, almost as if he knew what it was to be a wild beast. I would believe that this man was capable of absolutely anything. Still, I wasn't afraid of him. He began to speak again. You were pure of mind and soul. You are pure of mind and spirit. You have never lied with the intention to harm another. You believe that every living being has the right to exist and their life is no less valuable than your own. The love that you hold in your heart guides your actions. You are a born keeper of the beast. The whisperings have guided you here. Before you leave this place, you will awaken. You will no longer be a boy. Going forward, you will be both man and beast. Your heart will commune with the ancients, and you will be one. All of the knowledge and faith that is needed to walk your path will be provided to you. The man spoke with an even tone. It was almost a chant. His hands held my face, and I could find no fear in my heart. I only wanted the buzzing to stop. If the man with no name could make that happen, then I was willing to master whatever beast he was referring to. I took a shaky breath. What do you need me to do? I need you to trust, to believe, and to have faith. He smiled as if he knew what my next question would be. I was starting to think that he just might. I asked it anyway. Trust, believe, and have faith in what? Stress was starting to build in me, and I was having a hard time thinking clearly. He nodded as if I'd asked the right question. I am glad to see that you are not fighting this. It is most important that you open your mind to this as soon as possible. You need to accept and bridle your powers quickly. The gift that you are being given has driven men much older than yourself to madness. It is a dangerous double-edged sword. I noticed that he'd said men much older and not men much older and wiser. He continued, You must trust in yourself and this animal at your feet. She will never lead you down the wrong path. She is to be your guide. In return for this service, she will walk with you along the path of your life. You will live long and healthy lives together. That will be a hard gift to accept. While you will walk together, you will always bask in each other's companionship. However, the difficulty lies in the fact that you will watch many loved ones expire while you are still young and strong. This is when I started laughing. Are you really telling me that I'm going to be immortal? And that Princess will too? And that Princess will be too? I couldn't help but wonder if I was dreaming about becoming a vampire or a werewolf. He nodded and smiled. Is it not a fitting gift for a keeper of the beast and his guide? Well, it's great. Do I have to drink blood or something? What's the catch? There's always a catch. He shuddered. There will be no need to drink blood. You will not become a vampire or werewolf. The catch that you're referring to is a great responsibility which must always be taken seriously. You will always have the whispers to point you, in addition to your guide. However, yours is not to be an easy path. The keeper of the beast is an extremely honored position amongst the ancients. When you finally do end your journey, you will join the ranks of the ancients and have more peace than you could possibly imagine. Now I was convinced that he was reading my mind. So, I'll live for a really long time, right? I wanted to be sure that I had this right because the whisperings that he kept referring to didn't give me anything but a headache. Therefore, if there was something that I needed to do, I wanted to know about it now. The man with no name nodded and waited for my next question. And Princess will share my long life. He rewarded my question with another nod. Will I ever get rid of this buzzing in my head? That part was really worrying me. It would suck to live forever, but to have a migraine for all of eternity. That is an important thing that we need to take care of as quickly as possible. He let go of my head, and the buzzing returned with a force so powerful that I fell to the ground. I screamed in agony, and Princess was upon me. I felt her paws on my chest, and I was unable to open my eyes for the pain. She licked my face, and I could feel it, but the overwhelming pain was paralyzing. I could hear the man talking to us. I tried to focus on what he was saying, but his words jumbled, and my mind could not make sense of them. The buzzing that I could barely breathe past was scrambling everything that I perceived. I turned to the right, and my stomach emptied itself onto the ground. I laid back, and Princess was still there. I willed myself to listen to the man. Breathe and allow the power to flow through you. Resisting it is what is causing you pain. I wasn't able to respond, so I simply tried to listen. Princess was licking my face and neck, and I tried to focus on her. The man was still speaking. Open your mind and accept the gift, Lucas. He could stop the pain, but was unwilling to do so. I took a deep breath and held it. I focused on thinking instead of speaking. I willed my muscles to relax. I visualized my mind literally connecting to Princess. I pictured a stream of light that floated and wafted along through the air. It was warm like the heat that I had felt from the vent in my home, as I had played with my toys. Everything around me seemed to slow, and I felt a change. There was almost an audible crack in the air as my energy shifted, and then I felt instant relief from the buzzing. I felt like I was hearing everything from down a long, dark hallway. All sounds were echoing in a sense. I opened my eyes and looked at Princess. Humans, she said with disgust. So that's all I'm going to share with you guys for now. There is an audiobook in the works. As you could probably tell, I'm not used to reading my work aloud to people, especially in this type of a setting, because many of you I know, but I don't know. So it's like, whoa. Even having Ange hear me read it kind of like, it makes me nervous. So obviously I have to get over that, but if I can vlog for as many years as I have, obviously I can, get my audiobook around. And I'm also working on my second book, not in this series yet. It's an adult romance novel, so that's almost finished. I have like a couple more weeks to work on that, and then it'll be complete. And then I will begin writing the second book in the Whisperings and Whiskers series. I hope that you guys liked it. I know that my reading wasn't the very best, but I tried to do some voices for you guys. I'm not Jim Dale, but I did my best. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, the link down below to download the book for free until February 2nd, 2013. It's my early Valentine to you guys. And after that, the book is $2.99. And I don't know about the audiobook. It's not even, I haven't even really started. I mean, I've started, but I haven't started it. So that's going to be a while. Excuse me. So, what did you guys think of it? Obviously, it's just a little tiny snippet, but I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, feel free to say so. If you didn't, feel free to say so. And yeah, please download it for free while you can. I just want more people to read it and be touched by it, and I hope you guys like it. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and yeah. So much love. Peep out.